And I saw that. Hi everyone, welcome back to Adventure in the TARDIS. I have no idea what that was. But hey, hi, I'm Takeshi, and I am here with Quill.
You sure are.
I am hiding behind Pinkie Pie, that's why you don't see me. I mean,
One of those homes is a straight up tent.
yeah. It might be one of the traveling merchants, and because there are many traveling merchants in Ponyville as well.
Eh, I guess so. It looked kind of extravagant, like something maybe Rarity would take on a camping trip.
It could be as well that. Maybe she never really put it away. She just put it in the middle of Ponyville. I want to see.
And charge A, B, and B for it.
Yeah. But here we are up for a quiet night in Ponyville. I have no idea who we are gonna follow. There's a multiple possibility. We can follow Delphi, we can follow Featherwing, we can follow Starwing. For all we know, we can actually follow the Doctor.
Maybe it's
Or
Tyrek.
I was about to say, maybe it's someone completely different. I mean, it's a possibility that we are seeing some, from some point of view, that, oh, I see two doctors, I see the pony, the unicorn on the cloud, and things like that.
I doubt you think that's likely, but what do you think the odds are that it's at least one OC pony in this chapter?
I mean, there's 100% there is a Lucy pony in there. But the probability of us seeing them is low.
Okay.
So they are there, but we don't know if they are there. So a quiet night, you say. And I will find the most adventurous music. Yeah, okay with that. For now. Light tossing and turning on his closed bed occurs before Father Wind's consciousness rises enough to become aware that he had been asleep a moment ago. It's funny how I just said that there is a unicorn on the cloud. It is eerie to open his eyes and no visual sight greets them, except for a tiny bit of light filling into his room from below the edge of the door. That is, until he ignites his horn with silver light. But he does so very gently, since he's aware his eyes need time to adjust the light. Years of surprise without returning have to grant him how to pass out of magic a bit at a time. Learning how to do this, not only have to refine his motor control, but influencing the spell being cast. I mean, this is what his special needed to be learned in order for him to fly. As well.
I kind of describe magic here as pretty dynamic. The more mana you put into it, the stronger the effects can become. But exactly how strong depends what the spell does.
And also the emotion of the caster as well.
Hmm.
In this case, the light gradually increased, like turning off an oil lantern. Not too long ago, Henry was waking up in his room, confused and disoriented. But he wasn't used to being a guest in the TARDIS yet. I mean, it is a copy of his room, isn't it? It's kind of.
It didn't say that, but probably not. However, it is definitely customized to his preferences.
I
We know
mean,
there's a desk. You know there's a desk in there, because it described that in the book before.
I mean, the last time when he woke up in the TARDIS, that's when you just came to home.
Yeah, it occurred to me that he actually had a bed back then, and now he's on a cloud bed.
He changed it up.
Yeah.
That's easy. Now he expects it knows where he is immediately, but that's all he knows. The ship itself can travel through time and space, but not where it arrives can get dangerous at times. Those experiences have been training for him. It also leaves him concerned for the safety of his friends. Time to do some investigating. They didn't tell him that they are going to Ponyville? I guess not.
No, he was asleep when that happened, and Sternwing kind of fought to make sure he wasn't disturbed.
I mean, he knew that they are gonna put their new out at his own timeline, at their own timeline.
Add to that, pick up Vision too.
Yeah. But they don't, but he didn't know when that will that happen. Or did it already happen?
He might think the odds are high, but perhaps that wasn't their exact next destination. But if they went somewhere else, they're going with Daring Do.
I mean, he could have slept through the whole thing, because time by himself.
Yeah.
The first thing Peter will notice upon exiting his room is the hallway of the toilet, which is quiet. Too quiet. He fully emerges from his room and shuts the door behind him. By this point, he is also wearing the red crystal and his sky blue saddlebag, which has his cutie mark on them. From here, he listens carefully for any sound of any activity around him, but nothing else but eerie silence gets him in return, other than a few strange background noises the toilet makes, even when paused, such as occasional echoing boing sounds. No, that just Pinkie Pie is jumping around. I told you she's gonna be in the control room at one point.
There actually is ASRB, or I forgot what they call it, a background noise for the TARDIS. I've encountered that once on YouTube, and I don't sure if something like that would be copyrighted, but it's a chance of that. It's not music.
Everything suddenly is copyrighted.
Okay.
Even the worldly sound of the TARDIS is copyrighted. But it turns up. The silence that gets his ears starts to make him panic. What if he really is the only one on the ship? I mean, he kind of is at the moment. Or that someone is there.
Mm-hmm.
If this is true, then it means everyone else is outside of the ship is in potentially life-threatening danger. Also, no, there's also the ghost of the Crystal Sage with him.
Yes. He's got the red crystal, and well, he's potentially in it too. That internal environment can shape itself into anything.
Yeah. I mean, what he means is he's the only one alive on this ship. In the physical body. If they are together, they also survive by apathy reason, but not knowing precisely puts him on edge. There's also the question of what he should do. He doesn't have the key to this ship after all. If he leaves this vessel, he may not be able to return until he finds the doctor. What is the doctor's key? I mean, there's an option of looking outside and not leaving. In the attempt to search for him outside, what if he gets killed in the process? Before he seriously considers leaving the ship, and I want to make absolutely sure that he is indeed alone from what I know. Good. To this end, he checks with serving rooms first, and then across the hall from his own room on the other side. Knowing serving and her idea of guarding every possible problem, she should have a note in the room that, we are in Ponyville, right? You can come out.
Okay.
Then it is like the pony to object to him entering her room without permission. Normally he would knock, but he also feels nervous about taking the chance of waking her up if she happens to be asleep. And then uses his magic to turn the doorknob to start the room, like while pushes it open. This is one in only one moment, when the girl is changing. He thinks his head.
Screams like Bugs Bunny in the middle of changing.
Yeah. He beats his head beyond the door. Like that hits him within nothing more. Within and nothing more. He knows sound is a pretty heavy snorer too, unless she was starting to fall asleep. He probably should have heard her through the bedroom door, except he would not be certain how the rules of physics work in this ship exactly.
Hold on. That quote up above, "Darkness greets him within and nothing more." That's an extremely close quote to something from Edgar Allan Poe.
Ah.
I think it was like it was said, "Darkness there and nothing more."
I mean, I have not read Edgar Allan Poe in original language yet.
Well, to get an introduction to it, you can also watch The Simpsons' first Treehouse of Horror in it. One of the skits does have his actual quotes. At least some of it.
If closing the front doors to the ship equates to being in a whole different universe, does the same logic apply to each individual bedroom too? Yes. It depends basically how it's set up, probably. But now that he's seeing his head in her bedroom, and confident there is no sound in that thing darkness, it is far more likely he's in need of sound from this place. Just to be sure, Heather suddenly increases the ambient light of his hall, which really reveals to him that her bed and this whole room currently is empty. What I assume the TARDIS rooms are almost like this. Let me open this up. Make a new. So, like, I actually should have a pencil. Probably writing with black is gonna be easier. So this is the TARDIS dimension. Everything outside is here. It's one dimension. And these are the rooms inside the TARDIS. So they are separate dimensions, but they are still in the TARDIS dimension. So they can move with the TARDIS when they are moving. So they are kind of separate, but not really. I don't need that to save that, by the way.
Huh?
You know what? I can basically say it's a solid side up egg. So the egg, the yellow of the egg is part of the egg, but it is separate at the same time.
The way you describe it almost reminds me of like a video game in a video game. Or a play within a play.
Yeah. That's kind of what the rooms are in the TARDIS. They're kind of separate dimensions, but they are still part of the TARDIS. I didn't see this, right?
No, you have.
I
Yeah,
have?
in fact, you finished the whole thing. Read
Okay.
the end.
It's empty. Gold feels spinning in front of his chest, as he the spin over his stomach upon confirming this. I mean, it would be more terrifying if she was there and there was no sound. He goes into her bathroom door, then proceeds to check the up his light, doing so on the way the same result. He then moves to check on Dr. Kelly's room, which remains blank and less void of a light pattern of projection load. While she isn't aboard in her room, then proceeds to check Doctor's room left. It's his vision's room. It would be funny if Vision is there.
Well, last he checked, she wasn't even aboard the ship. So
Yeah.
That's...
But we know she can be.
Mm-hmm.
He's feeling nervous, but then finally emerges into the TARDIS' main control room. I think also makes an option. He goes to his hotel when he finally does meet an encounter there. One which suddenly becomes visible from previous invisible state. It is one of the Tucana's silver pentagonal nodes, which picks apart. I remember that the Tucana said that she left one of them there so they can use it as a phone, basically. But there is a pyramid-shaped holographic projection node on its node, located a holographic 2D, and a tiny transparent window that has a floating, mostly picturesque yellow dot with an artificial face. I try to imagine. A yellow dot of an artificial face?
Something like, you've seen that picture, Have a Nice Day?
If I say have a nice day, that's gonna be more. Oh, this. Okay, so I have a better solution then. There you go. Like a master.
Okay.
So not one dot, but multiple dots. That's what made me surprised that, oh, just one dot? Getting master in the synthetic voice. Synthetic sounding voice seemingly coming from the 2D screen. I hope.
You skipped the word young.
Which one?
I think you skipped the word young. And you still are? You can't see greetings young, Master?
I think I did.
Okay. I heard greetings, Master.
Same thing. Getting young master. Getting old master as well.
Greetings, ancient.
I hope you are well rested this morning. In the morning then? What in the unholy fire of Saturns are you? Hello with escaped. The thing is short. Did you not see the spheres before?
No, apparently not. No, at least not from this particular unit.
Alright. He was in a different state when Kelly was using them. He was really floating in the clouds at that time. I'm Smiley. The weird floating yellow dot with an obviously fake face. Great. The function of my programming is to serve you. How may I be of service to you today? Yeah, well, you can talk? Hello, ask him a man. You never did that before. So, you did meet the droid.
Yeah, he bet the drone, but not the AI that's talking back from him in it.
I mean, so, talking cows and talking animals are A-okay, but
Yeah. Well, to
if a
him, yeah.
program that can do anything,
No, yeah, he
talk is
speaks the
fine.
language of nature. Uh, Kelly's a little bit different breed.
A program was not initiated before. Mine explains simply. Now it is so, I must forsake my primary function. You can talk? And the exit incredulously. Really? A machine that talks? And the miner just pulls up a gramophone and the disc, puts it on, and they are talking on the disc. See? This can talk too.
You know, he just recently woke up, but there was another time he spoke to an AI, but it was fully 3D at that time. That was that synthetic cop on Dr. Kelly's World.
Yeah.
Probably also the doctor that he met in that world too, that did an examination on him. The doctor himself, however, met Dr. Kelly at that time, a real pony, and he had vision at the time too. Stuff like this is par from the course for in her world.
This is
What,
the
Featherman?
story. You can talk? You know the backstory of me outside.
Actually, no, I don't. And from this picture, I'm getting a very slight hint he's talking to a female mouth.
Yeah, Peter learned human language because he was in love.
Oh, oh, cool.
And then you know that he became part of the Rocket Gang, so it was not a great solution at the end.
I think I heard a rumor somewhere that, while he did learn to talk, he also almost came at the cost of him being able to fight. He hardly ever fights, like does a cat scratch or something, or gains levels apparently.
Just like Pikachu.
It would have been doubly interesting if Meowth started throwing Pokeballs around and totally becoming a Pokemon master.
I mean, he could.
That would be interesting. And extremely rare that I've ever seen something like that on that show.
Indeed, young master. Try answer simply. Turns his head to one side and aims his right eye more squarely in the holographic window, as he asks curiously, well, if you can talk, does that mean you also feel things like a sentient being? No. Do you have true free will?
You'd see why he asks. He would not be aware of this stuff.
I mean, he
And
is programmed. He said
the
he's
answer,
programmed.
yeah, the answer would be meaningful to him. He's not accustomed to computers.
Yeah? I mean, there are not many
Since this one,
computers in his world.
since this one's talking to him, in engaging in intelligent conversation, he thinks that yeah, it really might be capable of potentially anything, any thought.
I have been programmed to initiate conversations with sentient beings in order to solve them. My answers. That is the basis of my programming. It is starting to repeat itself now, but I can feel the artificial and flat quality of its personality. This may seem recall Officer Horsley, which was a hologram programmed by the Magi to be a perfect police officer, according to the society standards. And I recall that being to be very polite and almost immune to insults. So literally the opposite of our real life counterpart of police department.
It might depend where you are. I actually heard in like Ireland, the police officers are downright polite there.
It depends
If
from person to person as well. So
yeah,
I mean, I never had problems with police because obviously no.
have you ever had the opposite of a problem with a police officer, like a friendly conversation or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I did have one problem when I was what was it? I was in a school trip with my friend, with my schoolmate, and we were stupid enough to swim near a bridge.
Okay.
And you know that's illegal. So the only thing they did was pick us up in a boat, bring us out, and say that we shouldn't be there. That's all.
Yeah.
I was like 12 or something.
I'm pretty sure the officer went easy on you because he may be thinking you really didn't know.
No, the real reason is that that was a motor road, basically.
Okay.
So there might have been the boat going around on the river.
Was the water very cold?
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Wait a minute. You did this when you were 12? How deep was it? Did you know how to swim back then?
I did. I didn't
Nice.
learn how to swim at the age of 6 or 7.
That's quite a bit younger than me, but I eventually did swim. Not well, but I can do it.
I mean, I wouldn't be a professional swimmer either.
There's techniques to that.
But I know how to prepare myself and how not to just be pushed under the water. That's the most thing you need to know.
Okay.
Officer Osley might have been powerful, but it did feel like he was missing something to be considered truly alive. I mean, he never said he's alive.
Nope, he didn't.
And then, literally, Gallows came to mind. From Portal. Recalling that fellow becomes imperative in his own memory. And I kinda feel like a very long time ago now, yet he still remembers that program's name. Who sent you to address me? Was it Dr. Sandler? Sandler checks with his body. Who asked Sandler? I mean, that would be strange if it said that no, it was someone different.
That's why she was his first guess. It's the most obvious one.
Yeah. Indeed, young master. My answer. I have been interested to get you as soon as you wake up. I step into this room. I am also linked to my computer. Where are the others? I checked with the talking program. The opponent on the ship was Captain. Not aboard the ship, young master. My answer. I knew that. I am asking where they are. The last I form on this to leave this room a good 9 hours, not the same minute, as 60 seconds ago. So he has been sleeping at least 10 hours. I assume. Because they didn't leave immediately.
Probably something like that, yeah.
And I'm saying that because last time we have seen Alexander already being on the train with the
Right. Uh-huh. and Sterling was out there too. She was actually the first, and maybe the only one to engage Pinkie Pie. And then the Doctor talked to himself, along with Lyra and Roseluck.
No, there is no way. Pinkie Pie went around and talked to every pony.
That could be, but the scene didn't cover that. That's rather likely, however.
And they left out there. The guys assume using his mother, then he in the front exit, and others assume. Indeed, young master. Vanya thought. Where and when are we, if you know? That's what's gonna be. We are inside the TARDIS. Because you are not precisely forming the question. James is smiling as he looks back at the transparent of his window. The precise date is unknown to me, dear master, but I can tell you that our location is the clock tower in Ponyville. And you also know that it is morning. Or you assume.
Recall the title of the chapter.
I mean, I don't say good morning when it's night. He looks forward at nothing, as he nods knowing to himself as he says aloud. That I have a pretty good idea where we are. Yeah, I see my...
Did you say where or when?
When?
Okay.
I mean, he has a very good idea where we are. He had a large back at the transparent window, and an artificial face, as he asked, "Can you contact the adult?" "Not at this time, young master," answered Smiley. "While it is within my capability to do so, I cannot do so while the front entrance remains closed." "Right, because the ship is in its own separate dimension. We are going back to the idea of opening the window and looking outside, without leaving." I said window. I meant no. I meant door. There are no windows on the is there? No.
There are the ways to compensate for that. I remember the Doctor adjusting a cell phone so it can call not only through the ship but across time and space.
Yeah?
So if you give him a chance to tinker with this drone, he actually might be able to adjust it so that it can communicate outside the ship.
I mean, he already did that with the gemstones and the portal.
Yeah, basically. He also had to adjust it so they could bypass the lock on the ship.
And it only works in one room.
Correct. And he secured that room.
Why he not? Because the place that his wind machine is was built to for the same reason. Even if the front door was open, no. His fans wouldn't know when to send it. If it's so too soon, it could risk waking him up. But you are awake now, and if the door is open, you are not moving in time. I mean, you are moving in time, but you are moving with their time. It may interest you to know that I am interested to attempt to contact Dr. Sandler as soon as you open the front entrance to the ship. Smiley reports. He wanted to be appraised of your status at this point. Good. That is a good traumatologist who actually checks back after the session. Not like, oh, sorry, our time is up. Bye. Pay up. There are people like that. But there are... Those are lucky in the one. So yeah, even to the turtle. Hello, check to Smiley. I think that means she has communication skills with her. Although you can artificial indeed, young master. Smiley agrees. We will know for certain though, until attempts such as this. So she left you here to let me know what's going on. And the reason alarmed. That's conscious of her. Not only you, but yes. Indeed, Smiley agreed. Let us have a look in the very responsible for while looking at Kai Pony. Well, let's see if we can get more information then. Hello decides as he spins about and on his way to the front exit. Come on, Smiley. Right behind you, young master. Smiley assures as he floats along with the short young pony. I have a fear of this Smiley.
Okay.
It is an AI. And we know the Doctor has many different enemies who can access AI and reprogram them.
Barring that, he has encountered a lot of artificial enemies too. Sometimes, though, he was able to hack them and at least temporarily get them on his side.
It was most ways. Access for the wind opens the front doors, the loud sound of clinking assails the room. This is the familiar clicking sound of the time turner clock tower. Give me a moment, young master, while I attempt to contact Dr. Sender. My request. And then we hear the alarm sound, the
I know what you're talking about. I know what it sounds like.
Be my guest. Fellow invite as he floats a floating orb of silver light over his horn, then ignites it at the lost known location, right on to Turner's man. Why is it not in there? I guess the party is over then. In doing so, he discovers that it is empty. I do not consider this a thorough search of the clock tower yet, but so far it looks like their host is missing too. Oh no, it can't be. Zombie pony! I have actively contact with Dr. Sandler. My report. I see her too. Thank you. The reply is gratefully. I still look back at the choreography window. At the same time, he goes over the flow of magic to his horn. Behold that, the silver ball of light fades away elsewhere in the room. He really likes dancing light, the magic at him. What later smiles?
He certainly likes it in a dark environment.
Yeah. What later smiles face fades away. The guy's face takes place. Well, good morning, sleepyhead. It's Dr. Sandler. How are you this fine morning? Once again. Matter! Van der Wind answers her to the holographic window. I had it in the past, just like I did in the rest 2 days ago as well. That's why we didn't come here, because I had a headache and a stomachache. And I was literally running to the toilet after 5 minutes. We figured you would, but you can't agree. That's why we were convinced you shouldn't be bothered with picking pies like a Ponyville ceremony. Fortunately enough, he was understanding on this front. The party might still be going on at this hour, but I had loved it. I mean, he would hear it if it was still ongoing. But I've been noticing Dr. Kelly's gaze shifts ever so slightly to the left. Seems to be reading some kind of information. I'm gonna assume it is your status. Your heart rate, body function, and everything that the tool is scanning while you are talking to him, to her.
Yeah, probably the drone's right there, able to scan him at this distance easily.
The notifications guessing are actually a hologram, though they do not reflect whatever she is staring at. It took him a while to see that that it did not adventure with her. So Dr. Kelly's glasses are like this.
Dr. Kelly's glasses are not reflective, even though it looks like it should be.
There you go. These are Dr. Kelly's glasses.
I had a feeling you were going to bring up something like that. Not reflective because it's causing a shine of its own.
Yeah. I mean, hologram usually does have a little bit of light. So you definitely have to be able to see holograms in the darkness.
Yeah, it's quite a trick to make a hologram dark when it is a projection of light.
Does that mean that the sky is not good at perception in the darkness?
Yeah, maybe.
Or that she has to do it. From the sounds and looks of it, you are on a train. But an educated guess based on the sort of thing he can see from her end of the screen, along with the faint and sounds. Did you already add the animation of the king?
Trains are pretty darn new in Feather's time, though.
Yeah,
And they don't reach quite nearly as far.
but in this timeline, they are already spread across the. I mean, not really everywhere, but most of the places.
I
Okay,
would
yeah.
say it's pretty standard transportation now in Equestria.
Yeah. I suppose it's because they have established multiple different locations of places to live. That's an observation, my young friend. That's a kind of across. After looking at the chart detected. It looks like you are an artist of the TARDIS in the telescope tower. But you appear to be the only one. I mean, it's an awkward observation, especially because you set the smiley to call immediately when he opened the door. So he has to be there. But work with Mike on his own. Unlike no other website in your local vicinity. I told you to them before this. Do you know where the others are? The text with his friend. A little more anxiously than he wanted to. I mean, they are probably somewhere in the Equestria. Okay, give me a second. I need to mute them. Because there's a little bit of vacuuming.
Alright.
I am back.
Welcome back.
I don't know how long that was, but they took right long.
Well, gave your throat a bit of a break.
Do you know what the others are? Yeah, that's why I said that, yeah, somebody like Russia. Note, as she confirms, they are wearing the communication crystal, with the exception of Dr. Turner. I know for a fact that they are visiting North's home. Dr. Kelly answered. I can have a bit guide you there, if you wish. Or I can attempt to contact them right now. And make them off to his window skin too. So, the drone is different than the AI itself.
Yeah, the drone's like the body, and the AI is like a program with the mind within the body.
I don't know why they didn't call it the same thing. So this is meant. And I realized as I looked at the Hawaiian triangle drone. In that case, I think it usually have minds with you. I do indeed, but not frequently. You can't compare with a lot. I also have, well, she would, prefer to be, called Miss Cloak right now. But I think you know whom I mean. Yeah, I know, you are talking about Voldemort. Or maybe Bruno. Because we don't talk about Bruno. Then, turn around. AKA healing. He knows. And then we hear in the background, I told you not to tell my name! He knows. Yeah, I feel like she will take it off pretty soon after we arrive back in this time. After all, this means time has assumed for the dying patient of this era. Once again, I don't know why you didn't go there immediately, why you came here. If I was a doctor, if you have to me put up time and actually make sure that everyone is getting sick already, and you want to come this time, you can still drive the TARDIS into the place where you need to be. And most of the possibility that we can secure the sample of Asmodee that have grown, that hopefully have grown in this time period, then transport back to the TARDIS, then jump back a few weeks. And you can inform, but she wants to move on right now from this adventure. She seems confident with her present course. So if she had the remote, she wouldn't use it to skip forward. And she may come on the more outside the most thinking from you nonetheless. So the wind compliments her. I have come to expect that from you based on what I have observed during our time together. As a doctor, the welfare of the sick pony is a priority of mine, but you can in mind. And now,
I find it interesting how you omit some words and sometimes add them too.
what did I admit?
You didn't omit anything. This time you included a word that wasn't there. There was no word pony in that sentence.
What did I say pony?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, the sick pony. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it really could.
I mean, I usually try to read the whole sentence and mostly read from memory. That's how my mind works, for some reason. Because English is very
Yeah.
much like a sentence-based language. You can't translate word from word. You can, but it's not gonna be the same. Very context-based.
Your brain's just going like, I think this is what my eyeballs are telling me.
Yeah?
That's probably close enough.
And to carry in mind. And now, I have some access to a time machine. That does expand my list of options somewhat. I mean my opinion as well.
Right.
No doubt, and I'm in the concurred. I mean, you have access to a time machine until we leave you here, or somewhere. Because you are not in the fight, or, against the Dark Star. At least not that I remember. Well, anyway, do you want a chance to speak to Miss Floats? But you can't go first. This might be your last chance to speak to her after all. I plan to teleport back to the TARDIS as soon as I'm done with my business at the Crystal Mountain. Right now, our estimated time of arrival to further north is another 2 days. We plan on sleeping on the train to make our trip faster. So far we are delayed by 45 minutes because of stupid sheep decided to rest on, and the other text. Of course. That happened with Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash as well. And
Maybe. I recall it happening to Pinkie Pie too.
yeah. Maybe Twilight as well, and then they are like, oh yeah, I can fly. Why are we sitting on the train? So, knowing spoilers that Luticali is not at the fight against the Dark Crystal, against the Dark Star, and she has a teleport, to here, she either does against the Doctor, or she dies. At one point. Because there is no way she would not have.
She could be busy on another mission, but if she had access to her own time machine too, then the excuses start to get thinner.
No, if she had her own time machine, she would still be there. In the Dark Star.
In fact, it would be easier for her to be there, because if she was distracted with any other mission, go ahead and do that, whether it takes weeks or months. But then go back to the time period where the Doctor is, no matter when that is, she can show up on target.
Yeah. But also, on the other hand, there was a big army. Kind of. So she could be hidden in there.
Or possibly not needed.
I mean, there was a need for some healing in that fight. For sure.
Right. And honestly, that's not the only skills she has to offer.
Yeah. But we are now. He is still here. Hey, let's go to the circle. I am serious with Kelly this. It was kind of annoying. While I hold my opinion, I almost said while I hold my mirror. About the intellect based on the behavior, did you nonetheless know that sheep can talk in this world? But I don't mean it more seriously, I replied. I knew. He became a pirate, or Irish. And then immediately came to my mind the news report of the Irishman that my ship has run amok. I don't know if you have seen that. Well, I didn't, but I replied. Apparently that's among the records that got lost of time. where and when I came from. And if you want to updating our history record someday. I mean, yeah, you don't really have any living creatures on this planet. You have AI, but not really chicken, cow, sheep. Not other animals, really.
You know, that could apply to us too. If we had the ability to time travel, say 1,000 years ago, we might encounter information that the historians never discovered.
I mean, if we travel 1,000 years forward, we might not encounter another human to begin with. About the endeavor, said the kid. Knowledge is considered a sacred art to my family. I appreciate your thoughts in this regard. We might find one human. Yeah, literally what happened in the Doctor show as well. If you remember Cassandra O'Brien, the last human.
I think I was listening to a theme music from Amazon Plus based on her for, recently.
Just to make sure I'm not keeping it on the screen for too long. But yeah, it's literally what happened. There were no humans left on Earth. Except that one. Why, thank you, kind sir. That kindly implies with a nod, an appreciative smile. It's been to me as she has begun. Anyway, do you wish to speak to Miss Glorg one last time? Yeah, sure, said our kid. Then if she doesn't mind. Hold on, let me check the kind request. For you, her face message from the skin. She's momentarily replaced with smiling face again. You are a very kind and gentle pony, young master. My compliment. I try to be, and reply sincerely. Also, this tells us that Smiley is actually listening in on the whole conversation.
Hmm?
You try and succeed, young master, if you don't mind me saying. Smiley compliments again. Thanks, Heather replied. You too, Smiley. I appreciate the compliment, young master. It is in my programming. Smiley responded with a respectful nod. No, I mean just to remind you that I am not a pony. Heather rolled his eyes slightly as he said, I believe you. Just kidding, I am actually a pony that is using a phone to actually talk. Ha 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 ha. After the woman Dr. Kelly reported to him earlier, and actually crossing up at her reaction to a train delay due to talking sheep. I mean, if they are talking sheep and they understand pony language, then why don't you go and talk to them to please move away a little bit? You can.
That was her comment in the show too. One of them looked at I think Applejack when they were being herded into a pen, and it said, "You could have just asked."
Yeah. A moment later, Smiley's face brightened again. This time it is replaced with an image of a wooden mare. Well, hello. The Indian said, well, what? Hello, Mint. Yes, the familiar voice of the I knew. Greetings to you too. Hello says back to her politely. Did not see you again. One last time. Last time? Then a bit. I've had many of those during my travels. Just like Final Fantasy. Yeah, I'm mad. Hello agreed. That's another reason I tend not to get too close to police anymore. Derek said. Even if they're competent and trustworthy, it always comes down to this eventually. At least this way, we pass from each other knowing that our thoughts will more fruit. I'm almost to the Crystal Mountain now. One step closer to curing the suffering police, and finally putting this adventure to an end. I mean, this sounds like you are sure that the Crystal Flower survived. You do not know that.
Well, they're getting closer to checking that.
There's not a meaningful agreement at this time. That is something I will always keep in mind. I shall ever tell you the moment of our travel together too, Miss Cloak. You are among the reason that have to feel this crystal with positive energy from. I mean, we have to remember that flower died in this era, usually. And where it's coming from is a very magically filled, very harmonious place.
Yeah.
So it might need more magic to survive. You should have planted it near the element of harmony, the tree of harmony, probably. Hearing that reminds me I knew of something. Perhaps packed up as she said. That reminds me, when you get the chance, you should visit the Crystal Empire sometime. Let's go to the city in the Master of Light, magic, happiness, and peace. Go there someday, and bear witness to the result of your family's efforts. You more than earned it. While you are there, maybe you can stir up a little bit of positive energy there. Charge up the red crystal too. You will find you can get an especially abundant supply if you do it during one of the crystalline ceremonies. And it is really fascinating how joining the ceremony in temple awards you with a crystalline and transparent glow. Coat, not cloak. Yeah, because in Father's timeline, the Crystal Empire is gone as well.
For the most part, unheard of. He's kind of a rare exception because he's among the family of scholars.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that even Crystal Sage will appreciate it if you go there.
Deeply so, yes.
It's funny how I literally just said that you should have planted the flower near the tree of harmony. And then I realized there are the poison jokes there which are blue flowers, and probably was the crystal blue lilies, but actually storing up some of the discord magic from the seeds that are planted alongside with them.
I would say that'd be more likely if you plant them near the Tree of Harmony, because some hostile elements are in that forest too. But the ice blue lilies needed someplace high and cold.
I mean, that's what you assume.
But also thick of magic.
Yeah. This does sound very interesting, and I replied. I can suggest into the drugstore, but I can't steer the ship, not yet anymore. Right now, he's not even here. I mean, you have all the time. Yeah, I know, Derek said back. I want to Sandler when she explained to you that they are at Nerfy's house. Are you going there next? I might, Donovan answered, and suggested that the stairs leading down to the lower floor for a moment, then looked back at her. I will see. I haven't decided yet. Right now, I feel like I was continuing to take it easy. Knowing where the rest of you are, has helped to settle my heart. Also remember, if you leave, the door is not closed. Well, it is closed,
Yeah.
but not closed.
Unless he closes it.
Does it auto lock itself?
Maybe, but in the old show, definitely not. I kind of remember that the doctor had to close and lock it. I've seen him do it.
And there was a problem when they left the door open.
Hmm?
Every time. It makes sense. You have been through a lot, like it is. But I want you to know that, as a more seasoned adventurer, I think you really do have a knack for this. Joy doesn't mean being fearless. It means having enough inner strength to hold your ground despite your fears. You have done that plenty of times during your travels. I want you to know you have my respect for that, and I know what it's like. I've been in your horseshoes at one time. When did you steal my horseshoes? I'm sure you have, and I accept with a warm smile. I look forward to reading your books. Same here, I replied very evenly. Before that I did fictionalize some of the elements in my stories. I want them to spread knowledge, but it is unwise to be too truthful with some elements I've encountered out there. Just keep that in mind. I will, I promise. And I was right with a very sincere look in his eyes. I mean, I didn't lie about kicking a dog. They said before she said, for my part, I don't like taking out lengthy goodbyes, so I think I will end it here, and it seems like we are gonna end it here soon as well. Give a respectful nod to her friend. Pretty well, young Padawan. May the wind of the sea carry you far in your travels. I mean, I can control the wind of destiny, remember? To you as well, Miss Lou. Miss Gold. For the cries with a slight blush of embarrassment. Good thing they are not her. How do you say it in English when you make the sound louder? On your
I
phone?
guess. You said the word louder, so.
No,
Guess it's not
there is a button when you make it so you don't do it like this, but just like this. And the button, there is a word for that.
Volume button? Volume button?
No, when it's only when everyone can hear it.
Speakerphone?
Yeah, when you put it in a speaker. That's what I was searching for. Okay, yeah, not on speakers at the moment. Probably. There is no final time before the signal of her end gets cut off. And it would be funny if I literally just stop the stream right here and the signal from my end gets cut off as well.
If you're going to break this up into a part 2, this is the best stopping point because the dynamics of the rest of the chapter actually shifts quite a bit.
I mean, I said that I may think I ended here.
Yeah.
As well. I mean, we have been live for an hour, plus 40 minutes, but I don't know how much of that was actually me talking about that.
I think it was about 10 or 12 minutes of its silence because of the vacuum.
Yeah, she literally said that, oh, 3 minutes. Yeah, it was not 3 minutes. But yeah, that is it for today. And we will leave the wind in this darkness.
Well, yeah, but he feels better because now he knows where his friends are and where they are, like what time period and world they're in.
And he is smiling.
Uh huh. You're not going to see that character for a very long time after this, but it does appear again.
I mean, if something happens to this guy, does Smiley cease to exist? Good question.
Yeah, sure. It was activated now because it had there's something she wanted to do when she's not around, and that occurred here. But she usually has her drones around and her friends around her, so it wasn't as needed. Typically, a function like this is better when she sends the drone out alone.
I mean, as I said, I know that at one point you will have to write her out of the story somehow.
Yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you this: back when I first wrote the Sky Dancer, I never conceived of her at the time.
Yeah, she was not there yet. Because I remind me
So
stuff.
the other one
But
didn't even tell his daughter about her either. Kind of, but to be fair, when he first talking about these adventures, he covered it all in one chapter. He is basically giving a brief summary. So he skipped a lot during that time.
there were a
Now
lot of adventures.
this story is going over everything he skipped, and even a few things he didn't skip.
I mean, not everything, but most of it.
Yeah,
Because it has been so many adventures, you cannot write everything down. Probably.
and you gotta figure after everything that's happened, it might be difficult to recall all the details and then just tell the daughter that. And by then, years have gone by, because she grew up for a few years, right? He would probably have to go into the Red Crystal, research his own notes that he recorded during the adventures to help remind him about, oh yeah, that happened, and that happened. I could talk about this and this and this. But yes, this entire novel has been written in one chapter summary, back in Skydancer book.
I mean, Smiley definitely took a deep impression on him. If he remembers it.
Yeah, he's not accustomed to AI, but he eventually woke up to remember, oh yeah, Officer Hockley, he was kind of similar to this.
I mean, we are literally in this whole thing. We are not following the Doctor and Halloween and everyone else. No, we are just following a story that is being told by the old Halloween.
Yeah, could be. Of course, that'd be difficult to explain the adventures he wasn't participated in, like the Doctor's adventures in Saddle Arabia, along with his frenemy.
I mean, he can write it down if he is being told what happened. Or
Yep,
it could be fantasy.
he doesn't find out about Cardshore for quite some time until he meets him in the ancient past.
Yeah.
And there's some kind of unfortunate constraint too about. I mentioned in that chapter that's the first time he met the main six. Uh, with a brief cameo appearance from Peaky though. But still, they yeah that's why the main six are not for the most part not in the story because they never met Featherwind until the ancient past as time clones. But no, they still get a few cameos across this book.
I mean, it's good that we have a smiley here because we can literally close out. No, there are no zombie ponies. Don't worry.
For now.
I mean, there might be zombie ponies in there. For all we know, Doctor and or at least Vision might actually know that he's coming. So they might have a surprise for him. Yes, he goes in the room in the house and it's darkness in there as well.
Yeah, you're right. It's never wise to underestimate Vision because she has a very wide awareness.
I mean, literally see Toph when I think about her.
Those two are
She
very
is
interesting.
just as lucky.
Yeah, she's leans in the direction somewhat.
No, literally the only difference is being that part.
Vision doesn't tease them as much about being blind.
Yeah.
I see it! And the others check out.
I mean,
and then she says, "That's what's going to sound like if one of you actually spots it."
I
Then
mean,
she smiles
she
at them,
did
waves her
say,
hands in front of her eyes.
she did say that. Vision. But yeah, that is it for today. Thank you all for coming. And we are coming back in 4 days.
Okay.
Because tomorrow I will work. Sadly, so.
Well, sad but useful.
I mean, yeah. That reminds me, I will still have to upload the episode that we recorded. I haven't done
The
that.
what? The what episode?
The next episode.
Okay. Oh yeah. What? And on that regard, what are the plans of Death Battle episodes were you interested in?
I mean, we will probably do one, all of them at one point, but this will be definitely next week.
Okay.
So, once again, thank you all for being here, and see you in 4 days. Bye bye.
I think tickets the 27th and 28th for you.
I mean, for me, it's 28 and 29, because I was there for what?
Oh, it's 29th for you?
28 and 29.
Okay. That's it. No. Don't be too far.
But yeah, bye bye.
Bye bye.